SpongeBob put a glass dome over Gary. It fit just right, but Gary's pink skin showing through looked a little creepy. Then SpongeBob put a helmet on him. Out of nowhere, Gary tossed him a magazine. Turns out there was a whole magazine dedicated to snail shells. As SpongeBob flipped through it, he suddenly spotted a price tag $9.95. Way too expensive. Gary mocked him for being broke. Just then, a TV program came on. It showed Jack, who had opened a snail shell shop because he had way too much stock. He was desperate to clear it out. The prices were crazy. Only $99.99 for each shell. While Jack was still pitching his sale, SpongeBob was already at the store. He said he wanted to buy Gary a new shell. Jack picked out a pink one for him,
Oh, it's perfect! Just like the old one, eh, buddy?
but the next second, it slipped and shattered on the floor. Jack tried another shell and put it on Gary to test the quality. SpongeBob crushed it with his bare hands. Jack looked furious, so SpongeBob had to pick one out by himself. But somehow, the broken pieces ended up flying into Jack's face. Then SpongeBob spotted a beautiful shell. He picked it up, and Jack instantly yelled at him to stop. Jack brought out a super tough snail shell instead, but the shell was so shiny, it blinded SpongeBob. He stumbled back and knocked over a shelf. In seconds, every single shell in the shop was smashed.
Why can't I stop breaking shells?
SpongeBob thought Jack was out of stock for sure, but then Jack pulled out a steel snail shell. This time SpongeBob was extra careful. He tied his shoelaces tight, wiped the sweat from his hands, even wrapped himself in thick padding. Then, nervously, he picked the shell up. The very next second,
You sure you don't have any more in the back?
Jack demanded compensation. SpongeBob had no choice. He handed over all his savings, and even pulled off his arms and legs as payment. Of course, for SpongeBob, that was no big deal. He'd just grow them back anyway. In the end, he could only find a cardboard shell for Gary.
Oh, who am I kidding? It looks terrible on you! I know, Gary, I ruined your life! Do you have to rub it in?
Just then, Mr. Krabs showed up. SpongeBob begged him to help find a real shell. "I'll work for you free for a whole year," he promised. Mr. Krabs agreed immediately. That night, Gary finally had a new shell. It turned out Mr. Krabs had given him his own crab shell, but not long after, a bare-skinned Mr. Krabs came charging in.
SpongeBob, my boy, I need to borrow a blanket.
There you go, Mr. Krabs.
Thanks, boyo. Now I'm on toast.